See, Syngene International is a biopharma research and manufacturing organization. So even if we try, even if we have our best intentions, we can't keep our people at home. We have 5,000 plus employees, but 85% of them are really scientists or people who are working on the manufacturing floor, right? So we have to bring them to work. And we are lucky because we are a B2B company, business to business company. So we generally have a few quarters pipeline pre-decided. So in our case, if you can get people to work, it means revenues. If people don't come to work in the campus, there is no revenues, and then the cash flow starts depleting. So I think one of the biggest challenge that we had to face is how to keep the business going, how to have the business continuity. We keep on doing business continuity planning. This is the first time in real sense we are seeing that playing out, and we are fortunate we had a very robust business continuity plan right from the beginning. So we did, and like Subbu spoke about it, we also have our own War on Waste program, and those were all contributing, and that went up during this period to a next level. But the money that we actually saved in the process, we actually reinvested in keeping our business growing, and I'll speak a little bit later on that. So that was one of the key, resilience measures that finance has to really get in and balance it off so that we really don't suffer on profitability and the revenues keep on flowing in. In April, we couldn't work. There was no revenue in April. From May onwards, we started building up. We went up to 90%, and now we are kind of back to normal in terms of our operations. So that was one. In terms of liquidity, we are also a net debt negative company. So there was no immediate cash problem. But then we envisaged a scenario in case this pandemic continues beyond 1 quarter, say 2 quarters, 3 quarters. This cash will not hold good for a very long time because it will start depleting. So what we had to do is that we had to plan scenarios and keep ourselves ready. We actually went back to our board and audit committee and got pre-approved lot of mitigation actions so that we can move quickly when they are required, and we actually got very much benefited. This programmatic approach towards handling exigencies did help, and as of 30th June we ended up in a position which is actually from a liquidity position better than what we had at the beginning of pandemic. So I think we did that pretty well. And coming to the question of productivity, that was always there, but sometimes pressures do help in discovering new areas and new opportunities that otherwise take a backseat. Sometime in the month of April, when supply chain got really blocked in many places, the airports were not open and the state borders were closed, we started looking back and saying how we can use inventory that we already had. And the practice of holding inventory by projects and by department then suddenly gave away, and we started sharing inventory. And then what we did, we realized that there was a lot of inefficiencies which we could address in normal times, but was not happening, got addressed just because we were under pressure. And I think pressure, crisis should never go west. And this is an exact example of how crisis can be an opportunity. Generally, our raw material cost is 27-28% of revenue. Q1 earning call, we reported 21%. And the whole 6-7% swing came from really using inventory more efficiently. Even if you can continue half of that going forward, you can understand how it can help our margins going forward. So what we decided is that we have to really make our working environment safe. So we are generally a one-shift company. We moved into 3 shifts to ensure we create physical distance between people. We increased our fleet size by 2.5 times just to ensure people are safe. We had one big canteen in the campus. We opened 10-15 canteens so that people don't really crowd. And now we have started campus-wide testing program to quickly isolate asymptomatic cases and really don't allow the infection to spread. This is very important, and this is costing money. But then it's about the final stepping and making the fine balance between driving efficiency in one end and investing in the right way so that it helps to create that continuity and maintain that continuity.